Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is your girl Valerie here, and yes, the news is out. Your girl is pregnant. I am pregnant. I am having a girl, and this video was just going to be my pregnancy journey video. What happened? How did I find out? You know, am I excited? Things of that nature. So if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so. Don't forget to like, comment the other videos that I have on my channel. And you know, I just do a little bit of everything, motherhood, lifestyle, me. I'm just being me on this channel, okay? So thank you guys, and let's just get right into it, okay? Period. Your girl is preggo. He got me. He got me, but we'll get into it. Come on, let's go. So I'm going to be so honest and transparent here. It's not even funny, you know? So before I get into the deets and everything, story time, right? Me and my husband, we have been trying to get pregnant for a while. We wanted another child and we wanted a girl. But, you know, it was hard at first. You know, we would try and I would get a negative test to be negative. And I'm like, bro, like, I just want another baby. I know I can have kids. You know what I'm saying? We got word from church, from our overseer, that we will be bearing another child and that it'll be a girl and X, Y, and Z. But it's like, when we got that word, we were so excited that we just put our flesh and what we wanted into that whole mix, and we made a bunch of nothing. So it's like, I used to get discouraged, but I used to see the test, and I used to see that the one line only showed up and not two. So one night I was so upset. I went to go take a test and it said negative. And I went and told my husband, I said, babe, I don't want to try no more. I don't care about having no more kids. I'm cool with my boys. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, all right. And, you know, I kind of got mad at him. I'm like, I'm following you and I'm following your lead, and you're not leading me nowhere. And I'm saying, I was so upset, right? So we finally agreed that we was going to stop trying, right? And of course we would still have sex and stuff, but it was like, I don't even care what happens. Like, it is what it is. I really don't care. You know, towards the following month, a situation happened. Mind you guys, I said I'm being transparent. I got so mad at someone, and I didn't know that I was carrying iniquity in my heart towards this person. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was like, oh no, everything is fine, all is well. I thought I was being a bigger person in the situation. I thought I was doing it all. And something happened, and I was like, you know what, God, I don't want to, as much as I said I didn't care about having no more children, I didn't want no more children, in the back of my mind, I wanted my girl. In the back of my mind, I wanted to get pregnant again. I was so tired of getting the negative results, you know? So one day, I had to confront this person, and I had to literally tell this person, listen, you're not going to be blocking my blessing. I'm not going to be blocking my blessing. So I'm releasing all iniquity out of my heart towards you. And I'm going to forgive you regardless if you know, apologize or not, I'm going to forgive you, because nobody is worth it to lose my blessing, for me to lose out on my blessing. You know what I'm saying? So the moment, y'all, the moment I said that, I released it to that person, the next morning, it just so happens I had one more test left in my drawer, because, you know, I had got the multiple pack joints. So I was asleep, y'all, and this is what, it's so crazy. Like, God is so good. I was asleep, and the Holy Spirit literally said, wake up and go take that test. It's March 11th, 9 o'clock in the morning. I woke up, I took the drawer, I opened the drawer, I took the test out, and I'm looking at my husband. I didn't wake him up. I didn't say I'm about to go take a test. I didn't say anything. So as I went to go use the bathroom, I went to, you know, go pee on a stick, and one line showed up. So then I'm like, God, why are you showing me one line and you just told me to come take this test? Like, you know how I feel. You got to be honest with God sometimes. You know how I feel. You know I wanted to get pregnant. You know this and that and that. Like, come on. Like, why you tormenting me like this? The whole time, he like, girl, shut up. You know, shut up and just watch. So as I went to go shove the test into the wrapper so I could throw it in the trash and go back to sleep, cry myself to sleep, because I'm like, it was just a waste of my time. The other line appeared. The other line appeared. And I said, hold up. Not happening, right? So I looked again, and the second line was appearing small, pink. So I was so excited, I couldn't even yell, because I didn't want to tell him. I wanted to surprise my husband. So I'm like, what the heck? So I called my friend, but the reason I called my friend, because you always have to have somebody who's going to hold you accountable. You always have to have someone who's going to talk to you, like, stop playing. You know what I'm saying? God said what he said. So when I was telling my friends, I don't want to be pregnant, I don't care about it no more, I'm cool, they got me together and they said, we're going to pray, shut up, stop being in your flesh, and all will be well. So when I called my friend Promise, I said, girl, look. And she looked and she said, if y'all know Promise, she's dramatic, okay? She's worse than me sometimes. She looked and she said, so then I'm like, don't say nothing, because you on speaker, and Deron is in the room sleep. I called my other friend Lou. She said, going off or whatever. So I told her to be quiet. Then I called my other friend Shay. I said, is this what I'm looking at? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this really real? So turns out it was real. I called my sister. She was upset. She was like, why you having another baby? Why are you getting another baby? Why did you get pregnant? But she was ultimately excited or whatever. But it's like the second line, it was a little blur. It wasn't like fully dark as the first line. So I'm like, I'm gonna take another test in a couple of days. I'm not going to get my hopes up, but the whole time I knew I was pregnant. So 2 days later, I went to Dollar Tree after I was finished my job, my second job at the time, and I went and got a test. Those tests are more accurate because that's what they use in the hospital, in my opinion. I don't really trust First Response and Clear Blue and other things that they use for other tests, right? So I bought 3, I took 2, and they both came back positive. So at that point, I was so excited. Like, thank you, God. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you for wiping away my tears. Thank you for giving me exactly, what I wanted and desired. And it also took for me to realize that I could have been blocking my own blessing because I was mad at somebody. I could have been blocking my own blessing because I didn't want to let the hurt or let the drama or whatever was happening at the time just just let it go, because, just let it go. Just let it go, right? So the first 2 weeks I was fine, fine. But then I got sick, I guess because of the change of the weather. So I was real sick for like 2-3 days, just with the sneezes and stuff like that. So now I'm going to tell you guys how I told my husband, right? So we had to do a 24-hour fast with my church, and something happened that day that I'm going to get to in the other video while I was AWOL and stuff. But anyway, so we had to do a corporate fast, right, for 24 hours. And I already know, I wasn't doing a fast. My overseer knew that I wasn't doing a fast because he knew that I was pregnant. So the only person that didn't know was my husband. And he saw me eating, and he was like, why are you eating for? And I'm like, because I can eat. I'm allowed to eat. Overseer already know before you try to snitch on me, it's okay. I'm allowed to eat. So he was like, why are we doing a corporate fast, X, Y, and Z? So I was like, well, I'm allowed to eat. I'm just fasting from social media, right? So the thing that happened that day, I was so upset. I started crying. He was like, why are you crying for? And I'm just like, yo, I'm pregnant. And he was like, what? I said, I'm pregnant. And he looked at me like, you're lying. I said, no, I'm not lying. I'm pregnant. And he was like, really? I'm like, yeah. And he started tearing up a little bit. He's like, when was you going to tell me? I said, I was going to tell you on Father's Day. And he was like, why was you going to wait all that long? Why was you going to wait that long to tell me? And I'm like, because, I wanted to surprise you. I know how hard we've been trying to have a kid. I wanted to be something, real nice to keep. But you pissed me off. So now I'm not doing it no more. I'm going to just tell you, I can never do nothing nice for you because you always doing something wrong, right? So I was just going off him or whatever. So then he was like, dang, you really pregnant? I'm like, yes, I am. And from that moment on, he was just so happy. I was upset still, but I was happy that he finally knew because, I know how much we want another child. So from that moment, the moment I told him, my sickness started. I started being nauseous. I started throwing up. I started being mean to people. I was being mean to my husband, my children, my sister, my friends. I was so mean. God forgive me for real, because I was so mean. And I didn't mean to be mean to people, but I was just pregnant and I was just filled with all these emotions. My hormones was all over the place. I just wasn't myself. Right? So it was times I couldn't eat. It was times I couldn't even get out of bed. I couldn't open up my eyes. I prayed to God and I told God, I said, God, my last pregnancy, I was dealing with throwing up and being sick for 6 months. I cannot do that this time around. I just cannot. And, it was looking like it. I was throwing up repeatedly 4 or 6 times a day. I couldn't eat. I was losing weight. I lost 7 pounds. So far, I'm getting it back now, but it was so hard for me to eat. I literally had to go to my doctor's office. I had to get prescriptions so that I could try to eat and keep my food down. It was really, really crazy. Although things were crazy, I still believe God. You know what I'm saying? I knew, and I'm like, if he heard me for my other place, he's gonna hear me for this one. And eventually me being nauseous and me having sickness and all that other stuff, it died down. But I was a little like, I was just antsy. I was ready to give birth. Yeah, at this point I was like, I just want to give birth. It is what it is, right? So, fast forward to now, like how I feel. I feel great. I can go back to the gym. I can eat good now. You know what I'm saying? I'm more happier. I'm more vibrant. I can have conversations with people. That's a big plus, because I couldn't stand talking to people sometimes. I'm like, get off my phone. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, all things are good. When I found out I was having a girl, it was supposed to be a surprise. I was supposed to have a gender reveal, all that good stuff. But you have to get a certain test done to see if your child has Down syndrome. And they sent my lab results to my email. And me being so antsy because I wanted to know if my child had Down syndrome or not, I went and clicked on my test results, and right underneath where it says negative for Down syndrome, thank you God, it literally said sex female. And I'm like, I wasn't supposed to say that. So then I showed my husband, and he was like, well, we already knew we was having a girl. I called all my girls. I called my sister, told my mother, told my mother-in-law, like, we're having a girl. Everybody was excited because, we finally having a girl. So me being me, I'm like, period. I'm having a girl. Nobody can tell me nothing. Right? Whatever. So I'm like, I want to do something dope. The gender reveal we were supposed to do, we couldn't do, whatever. I'm like, I want to do something fun. Something fun and creative. So I did like a gender reveal / pregnancy reveal. I mean, of course, I was gone for a very long time creating content and not being, active on social media. I said, let me come back with a bang, So I went back on social media. I was talking for a little bit, just showing me. But one thing I'm going to say is, just because somebody's taking a break on social media does not mean oftentimes that they're going through something so crazy. It could just mean they need a break. You know what I'm saying? We like to make it seem like social media is our end all be all. If somebody's not on there for an hour, for 2 hours, for 5 days, for 3 months, for 3 years, something bad happened. No, sometimes it could be a great thing. And we always have to be optimistic about somebody who's been off social media, because 9 times out of 10, it's like, why are we so quick to say something bad? Why are we so like, she's going through something, he's going through something, it must be a mental something? No, it's not that. It could be, I'm taking a break because social media is not my end all be all. Social media is not my life. I have a life outside of social media. I want to be present in what I'm going through and what I'm feeling and what's going on. I just want to be present. So when I came back, I did my gender reveal, did my pregnancy reveal, did that, boom, we had a great time, posted it up June 1st. It did this little thing or whatever. But, ultimately, I was just glad to be back. I was in a good space. I was happy. I was having my girl. I was pregnant. God was doing things back to back for us. Like, it was so much things going on in my life that I was just so pleased about. And I was able to throw that energy out there to other people who may be feeling down, who may be going through other things, because sometimes life can feel like it's over and it's really, really not. And the whole time we just have to just keep our posture up and just know that God is going to do it for us no matter what. No matter what. I'm sorry, I'm trying to put my earring back on. No matter what, God is going to do it for us. You know what I'm saying? So, ouch, that hurts. So, yes, this is my pregnancy journey. So far so good. You know, I wouldn't trade it for the world. Do I have any names? I have a couple of names that, you know, God is giving me. I'm giving God, and we're talking about it. I'm really pregnant. Oh my goodness. Y'all don't understand, like, to feel like you can't get pregnant and it's just, you got pregnant. And it's like, hold on, I didn't tell you guys, hold on. While I was sick and I was nauseous and stuff, I was dealing with blood clots. And they were getting thicker and thicker and thicker, and I was getting rushed to the hospital. And how can I forget that? Oh wow, man, you wanted me to forget. I was never going to forget that one, but no. I was dealing with blood clots, and they called it subchronic hemorrhage. And basically, I was moving my body too much, I guess, whatever case, but it was blood clots around the baby. And I went to the hospital, the ER, 3 times, and each time it was getting like bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm like, gosh. And they were like, you know, if it can get bad to the point you can have a miscarriage. So the reason why I'm so grateful for my child and for just this pregnancy in general is because I did not miscarry. I did not miscarry. I am carrying well. You know what I'm saying? I'm carrying well, and I'm carrying the way I'm supposed to be carrying. And no matter what tried to stop, no matter what like was in my way, I'm still carrying well. I'm carrying my daughter full term. I'm giving birth naturally full term. Like, it's like easy peasy, beautiful cover girl. I'm carrying well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I think about how good God is, I think about the times when I felt like I was going to have a miscarriage, the times when I thought I was pregnant, I couldn't get pregnant, the times I thought I couldn't have kids no more because I was getting a negative test results. Like, it's just like, God did it again, and he's going to keep doing it again. Thank you, God. The hemorrhage stopped. I stopped blood clotting. And, oh my gosh, I was about to start crying. No, my makeup looked nice today. Thank you, God, I stopped bleeding. This is my pregnancy journey, guys. I'm pregnant. This is me. I am her. This is me. Me is he. Like, this is my pregnancy journey, y'all. This is what I've been going through. This is what I've been going through, y'all. This is what I've been going through, and I'm just excited, you know, to be almost at the finish line. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you're trying to get pregnant, God has the final say. If you feel like you can't get pregnant, God has the final say. He said he put us on this earth to be fruitful and multiply. God has the final say. Don't look at yourself like you're not worthy enough. Don't look at yourself that you're not female. Whatever you know, the thoughts be flowing in your mind. Exit it out. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. God has the final say, and we have to always look and seek him in all things, and he's always going to come through. He's always going to come through. Like I said, these past few months have been some of the most toughest months of my life, but I pushed through. I still stayed where I was supposed to stay at. And God is just doing it. God is doing it for my family and I have so much planned for you all. We're definitely doing a lot of pregnancy vlogs. God, like I said, God is leveling my family and I up. We're going up, and you know, I just can't wait to share with you all everything that he has done for my family and I. You know, I don't know, like y'all don't understand. Like, he has literally been, I'm out of tears. That's how like good he is. I can smile about it now. I can talk about it freely now. You know what I'm saying? So the next video, I will share the other half of why I went ghost for a while. And you know, that one is going to be a little like, that one is going to be that, you know. So make sure you tune in. For all those that tune in now, I appreciate you all. To my new subscribers, what's going on? How y'all doing? To the ones that's been here from the rip, I love you guys so much. I missed you guys. I can't wait to start YouTubing again. I can't wait to start being, you know, back on the scene, back with the jump off with a little belly. You know what I'm saying? This is the belly. we say thank you for watching us and thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.